Welcome to Miss Grand USA, live from Virgin Hotel, Las Vegas. I am Kareem Lakhani.
I'm Gabby Rosenthal.
I'm Chris Supakichin Soha.
I'm Joy Brown Chambliss.
And I am Jaime Van Martinez.
Good
morning.
Good morning. Please have a seat. Welcome, Miss Alabama. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Great, thanks. Question for you. How would you define a great leader?
I would define a great leader by someone that has humility, someone that's not afraid to fail and get up over and over again. Doesn't matter how many times you fail. What matters is how you pick yourself up and continue on.
Thank you.
If time and money were no object, what would you pursue tomorrow?
Oh, that's a really good question. Thank you for that. I am trying to kick off an NGO that I started in Nigeria. So if time and money wasn't a thing, I would go full force with that. My pride and joy is giving back and making a difference. So that's something that I do. Kickstart my NGO and full pedal to the metal.
Thank you.
Okay, my question is, what is your definition of the Miss Grand?
Okay, my definition of a Miss Grand USA is someone that is comfortable in their own skin, someone that can own a room without being too loud, without being too boisterous, without being too forward. Someone that has that natural leader quality, someone that's willing to make a difference, someone that's business savvy, somebody that is intelligent, somebody that is humble. I think that is what makes a perfect Miss Grand, someone that comes from the USA and understands that we are a melting pot and that this is a nation of great possibilities. That is a Miss Grand USA to me.
Oh, thank you.
Miss Alabama,
Yes, ma'am.
what leadership quality do you think is most overlooked in women today?
I would say humility. I think as women, we are forced to be perfect all the time, and that's just not realistic. As a beauty queen, as a former international supernational in Nigeria, I believe that having humility and failing, not placing, and still being able to come back and compete for Miss Grand is humility, because a lot of people would expect me to harbor some sort of insecurity or anger because I didn't place, but humility is the biggest thing that we're missing now. I think a lot of people are too caught up in trying to put on this facade. And if you're humble, if you're yourself, I think that's the most overlooked quality right now is people just need to be more humble and honest.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My question is, what sacrifices are you willing to make for your role as a title holder?
Sacrifice is like second nature to me. Coming from a pre-med background, helping people in service is naturally something that I love to do. Sacrifices as far as winning the crown, I don't think I would really have to do any sacrifices. I'm someone that's very goal-oriented and I love results. So it wouldn't really be a sacrifice, it would just be more of me conforming to fit the role, or not conforming, let me not say that, but it would be more so me adding things to the plate to be able to handle it. I don't want to have to sacrifice anything. I believe that we're able to do everything at once.
Very good, thank you.
Miss Grand Alabama, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Have a
you very
good
much.
one.
Thank you.
Hello.
So lovely to meet you all. My name is Nishka Dewan, and I am your Miss Arizona.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How do you inspire others to follow your vision?
I think inspiration comes from more than just words. I think we're all amazing public speakers in our community, and we all have a lot to say. I think to inspire someone truly, you need to have action and purpose. That's what I strive for, and that's what I hope for. I am a founder. I am a first generation American Indian woman in this country. And what I hope that people see from me is that women like me, South Asian American Indian women, can be on a stage like this, be their true selves, and really drive themselves forward, hold their purpose true, and realize that inspiration comes from within and from the actions that we take.
Thank you.
I love that. Speaking of action, how would you use your online presence and social media to create a positive influence and impact?
Social media plays a big role for me when it comes to impact. I think it's a great way for us to reach so many people at once. For me, because again, I have followers in India as well as America, as well as other parts of the world. My hope is that the way I speak to them stays uniform and a way that everybody can kind of understand what I'm trying to say. The big thing that I do, my magazine, Nakra Magazine, and it's a South Asian American magazine from a lifestyle and cultural lens. The hope there is to tell stories from women-owned businesses, founders, small businesses, and these businesses can be worldwide. That's how I want to push my platform forward and make sure that I am reaching out to everyone that I possibly can and giving them the best platform I can through my platform. It's not just about me, it's about the people that follow me and what they want to say. That's where action begins.
Hi. If you can be Miss Grand USA, what you gonna bring with you to represent USA in the international stage?
If I could be crowned Miss Grand USA 2026, the one thing I would bring with me most is my authenticity. I believe that women are the most true to themselves when they're authentic on stage. I would want to show women like me that age, culture, race, it doesn't matter when you're on that big stage. You can represent and you can have people follow you for who you are and the purpose that you lead. For me, that is giving women of color a space to truly belong, knowing that community can come from being on a stage like that, and knowing that people can see women like me and know that that could be them on a stage too. That's that authenticity that I bring, and that's what I would take to the Miss Grand USA stage and internationally. That's what I would hope to show.
Thank you.
Miss Arizona, how do you prevent burnout while staying productive?
Wow, there are so many ways. First of all, I deal with a lot of burnout. I work 3 different jobs. I do pageantry on the side. I have multiple hobbies. I bake, I dance, I sing. You name it, I do it. And the one thing I've realized that just keeps me grounded is knowing that I have a community that really supports me. That's what prevents my burnout. I have family that supports me, and that's why I can push past it and avoid the burnout.
Ms. Grand Arizona, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have a lovely day.
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Keisha. I am your Miss Grand California.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much. I didn't practice sitting down here. Here we go.
All right, Miss California, your question is, do you believe a title holder has a responsibility to be active on social media? Why or why not?
I definitely think social media plays an important role in today's, not just in being a title holder, but in life in general. I feel like a lot of people can have positive impact, businesses, colleges, education, so many different things. And I do think that title holders definitely can take advantage of that situation.
Thank you.
Miss Grand California, welcome.
Thank you.
What would your first post be after winning this crown?
Ooh, that's an emotional. The first post would be thanking all of my friends and family. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I've participated in pageants for over 11 years, and through, time and time, my friends and family have just come through internationally, here in the USA, and I'm just overwhelmed with the support that they have given me.
Very nice.
Knowing kind of your path and story, How do you inspire others to follow your vision?
So one thing that's not on my bio is I am a police officer. I have been a police officer for the last 10 years. I love my career. I think one thing that I can give back and that people can follow is still doing what you feel is passionate. Pageants for me is I'm so passionate about it. It's my safe space. It's a space for me to be free. It's a space for me to enjoy and embrace all of my challenges that I've had in life and also all of my ups.
Hi. My question is, what systems or habits help you stay organized and on schedule?
Scheduling for me is huge. Like I said, I'm a police officer. I actually work a graveyard shift. So I work 12-hour shifts. Being on top of my calendar and making sure that my appointments are all scheduled and writing everything down and staying organized is definitely a way that I truly feel that I can stay up to date with all the things that I need to do.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, California. Thank you for your services as an officer.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you, how do you maintain composure when everything seems to be going wrong?
Great law enforcement question. I respond to multiple calls for service day in and day out. The city that I work in is very high on suicide rates. So I feel like being the first responder and being there and just listening to people and feeling what they feel or trying to empathize with them and being compassionate with them
Okay,
is a way.
thank you.
Miss Grand California, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, you
Thank
guys.
you
I
very
hope you
much.
enjoy the rest of your time.
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Keisha, Miss Grand, Connecticut. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Thank you. How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Miss Connecticut.
Good morning.
Do you believe, sorry, I was having another question for the previous girl. What sacrifices are you willing to make for your role as a title holder?
Sure. So I actually own my own business. I own a marketing agency called TPPJ Productions, and I'm constantly traveling for this role. And I know that Miss Grand requires you to constantly have speaking engagements and tons of other responsibilities and sponsorships and things like that. So I'm completely willing to, put aside my personal business to take on this role, to go talk to different sponsors, work with different sponsors, to go to different speaking engagements, because what Miss Grand really stands for, especially this year, is very important to me with what's going on in the world with the war and the violence, especially in regions that are where I come from, the Middle East and India. It's very important for me to take time to spread this message, so I'm definitely willing to take time off from my job to spread the message of Miss Grand.
Miss Grand, Connecticut, welcome.
Thank you.
Who or what has inspired the path that you're on today?
Wow, I would say that my mom inspired the path that I'm on today because she actually was a dancer when she was young. She moved from India to Queens, and she danced her whole life, and then she literally gave it up when I was born and she had to take care of a house and things like that. So when I was older, she decided to put me in all of these dance programs to kind of, I guess, continue on her own dream because she wasn't able to pursue it on that passionate level. And I'm now a professional dancer in addition to owning a marketing agency. And I think it's because my mom influenced me so much to go after my dream because she wasn't able to do it. She was a homemaker. She had to give that up. So my mom is really my driving force and, everything I do and like my inspiration.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Working in marketing and being a professional dancer and having all these inspiring women around you, how does that translate to Miss Grand and to social media and using your platform?
Sure. So a lot of different types of women look at my social media platforms, and I think that really, really helps. Like, for example, when I was training for Miss Grand, I had a lot of things about like my diet and nutrition and things I was doing for pageant prep. but that also transcends to like the athletes and the dancers I have on my accounts because they found that to be really helpful too. I mean, they're not training for pageants, but they appreciated like the dietary and nutrition tips for, dance competitions or things like that. So I think the audiences really intersect, and I think actually Miss Grand would help me grow into different sectors and audiences because there's a lot of different things with like the everyday lifestyle of a pageant girl that I think a lot of different people can take from healthy lifestyle cooking to get ready with me in like 10 minutes or less, because often we have to be out the door. I think it's just a really good way to build your social and grow like a good audience.
Thank you, Miss Grand Connecticut. I appreciate your time, okay?
Thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Allison LaForce, and I'm your Miss Grand Delaware.
Hi, Miss Grand Delaware. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. I'm good. My question is, what is your uh, definition of Miss Grand?
Yeah, I think Miss Grand is so much more than what you see on stage. I think she is a service-oriented individual. Personally, what that means for me is I lost my brother to a very rare form of sarcoma in 2023, and my mother is currently battling metastatic breast cancer. I knew I wanted to do something with my story and not just talk about the adversity that I faced. So I became a legislative ambassador for the American Cancer Society. Since then, I've lobbied at the state and national level for cancer research protections. I've raised funds for cancer research, and I've spoken at schools about the importance of advocacy. I really want to show the rest of the world that we're so much more than what meets the eye, that we are making a difference in our communities and leaving the world a better place than we found it.
Thank you.
Miss Grand Delaware, first off, let me say that you're a very strong individual to sit here and smile after your family's adversities.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, what steps would you take to handle negativity or criticism under your social media posts?
Yeah, I think it comes with the territory. Just having an online presence as it is, and I work full-time as a model, so I definitely know what it's like to be in the limelight to some extent. I think you have to have strong foundations and values in who you are and learn to tune out the noise when it doesn't serve you.
All right, Miss Grand Delaware. What is your go-to strategy for keeping balance during a hectic schedule?
Yeah, I've always had a hectic schedule my entire life between balancing dance teams, being a student athlete, and being a scholar as well. I definitely have learned to juggle that. Luckily, I have very good time management skills. I stay very organized in my day-to-day life. I'm a very type A person, so you'll be able to see that just in the way I approach competition this week. I've learned to thrive in chaos and thrive under pressure, and that's what I feel like I would really succeed and thrive as the next Miss Grand USA.
Miss Grand Delaware. What would be your first post after winning this crown?
Oh, I think it's got to be that celebratory, like you're in your pajamas and you got your crown on, that's always been my favorite. I was a title holder as a teenager in the Miss America system and most recently a title holder in the Miss USA system. So that's kind of a tradition. I love to do the pajama post.
Thanks.
I know you talk a lot about your family. As a cancer survivor myself, thank you for all the work that you're doing. Are they the true inspiration behind your path today?
They are. I think it's why I got back into pageantry when I was a Miss. I really wanted to make a difference, and I do believe that the next Miss Grand USA should be an example of that, and I believe that I can be that for you.
Thank you so much, Miss Grand Delaware.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
your time.
I appreciate your
Thank
time
you.
today. I'll be seeing you
Enjoy the
guys
rest of
later
your
on.
day.
Thank you.
Nina Xie, Miss Grand DC.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Miss Grand DC. My question is, what bring you to come to join Miss Grand USA?
Thank you for the question. I believe Miss Grand is very special for me. I watched MGI 2025 and I was really inspired by the spirit, by the stage performance, and by all the vibes that queens are showing. And it made me to think that I want to be part of it. I want to make some impacts. I want to get my voices out on the stage. And that's why I started to join beauty pageants, and Miss Grand is definitely my only choice.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, District of Columbia, your dress is gorgeous, by the
Thank
way.
you.
I want to ask you, how do you prepare yourself physically? I apologize, it was the wrong question. What's one cultural custom you've learned about a country that you hope to visit?
That's a great question. I have a platform called Power Changing Hands, and I focus a lot on how to bring culture into life, get people know to understand and communicate better. And I believe it is important because sometimes the misunderstandings begin because people do not know each other. And I think by bringing culture together, by knowing other people's culture, is helping us to create a great is creating some belief and is creating some trust between people. And I think that's what is important. And with Miss Grand bringing peace, it's his mission. So I think this is everyone's responsibility to do that.
Okay, thank you.
If traveling to a country with a language barrier, how will you communicate effectively?
Well, this thing happened a lot. I was traveling in France in May, and of course, I was trying to learn French because I knew that you can't just, stick into your own culture and speak your own languages. You need to respect people. So with that, I believe it's important to, do preparation, but also use Google Translator, which is, really a good tool. And I think it's all about preparation and also show some respect to the country that I'm visiting.
Thank you.
Miss Grand DC, how would you define a great leader?
I think a great leader is not the one that speaks out loudest, but I think a leader is important in the consistency because you need to keep doing the things, digging in the fields that you want to make the impact, and keep doing that so people are following you, and also that you're inspiring other people to do so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your
Thank you
time.
very much.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You all.
Pleasure's ours.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'd love to hear more about who or what has inspired you on the path that you're on today.
Well, my name is Luisa Ganache Davis, and I represent Florida. And for what has inspired me, I've been inspired a lot by beauty queens. I feel like I grew up watching pageants, watching queens, and it was my dream one day to do the same thing. So I am so happy to be here today for this opportunity. And I also need to mention that my mother has inspired me so much. She has demonstrated me the importance of women power, of women independence, of being strong, of being persistent, and that if we fight hard and work hard for our dreams, they're achievable. So,
Hi, Miss Glenn, Florida. My question is, what is the word Miss Grand mean to you?
of course, the word Miss Grand is, for me, it's more than a pageant. It's more than a crown and a sash. It is such an honorable organization. It's admirable because of what you do, what Miss Grand does. I love how they empower women, how they inspire women, and how they send a message to the world. Because it's not a beautiful dress, a beautiful stage, but it's more than that. It's a message that Miss Grand sends into the world, into the issues that we're facing today as society, into everything. And to use that platform to benefit the world, to create a positive impact in the world is what I most admire about Miss Grand. Because it's more than just a pageant. It is honestly a positive impact in the world.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, Florida, how do you keep yourself grounded while living a very public life?
Thank you for the question. It is very hard to do, as you may know. Being on social media in everyone's eyes, you're exposed to many criticism, good things, and all of that. But I believe what makes me stay grounded is the fact that I'm always going back to myself, to my authenticity, and to my essence. I always try to stay grounded into myself, remembering where I came from, remembering my values, and what I'm made for. I believe social media can be a great platform, but we need to use it with respect, with intelligence and education, because it can be very positive to spread a good message, to show yourself into the world, but we need to be careful of what we read, of what we interact with, because it can be very damaging for yourself and for others.
Thank you.
What's one culture or custom that you have learned about a country you hoped to visit?
Of course. Well, India, I am very inspired by their culture, how they dress, the jewelry that they use. I believe it is so elegant, so beautiful. And I definitely want to visit India one day, hopefully in the Miss Grand International. But I believe they have such a beautiful culture. The food is amazing. And I just love how classic and how elegant all the typical dressing is. So I definitely want to try one someday.
Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank you
good
so
one.
much.
Thank you.
Good morning, Miss Grand Georgia. How are you?
Fine, how's it going?
Excellent. What steps would you take to handle negativity or criticism on your posts? On your post, on your social media post?
For me, I handle negativity by reminding people that we are all human. Because I think people tend to forget that, especially on social media. We have this sense of enema, like everyone is like not themselves and everybody puts on the best front. But it's good to remind people that we are human. And I think by reminding people of our humanity, people tend to be a little bit kinder to one another. And if that doesn't work, I am a fan of the block button as well. So that's how I would handle that.
Thank you so much.
How do you inspire others to follow your vision?
I would say I inspire others by telling my story and how I overcame my journey. I think the most isolating part about being human is thinking that you're going through things alone. And I think by sharing my story and things I've overcome, that inspires others to take the steps in their life.
Hi, Miss Grand Georgia.
Hi.
If you can be Miss Grand USA, what you gonna bring with you to represent USA on the stage, on the international?
Okay. I would say that it's the fact that I am a child of the world. So I was born in Nigeria, I was raised in Ireland, and I live in the United States. I represent many cultures and many people all over the world. And I think by being my most authentic self, I can really inspire people. And my story is what I bring as Miss Grand USA.
Thank you.
Miss Grand Georgia.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a question for you. I'm from Georgia myself.
Oh, okay. Excited.
What steps, oh, nope, that's not it. Can you share an example of a time where you demonstrated leadership under pressure?
Yes. So I am a scientist by day, and I also teach ballroom dancing at night. I would say I'm always under a significant amount of pressure in both parties. And I think the way I handle pressure and stress is just by reminding myself that you get through things and grounding myself in the activities that I like to do. Like I always work out. I deep breath, a lot of deep breath to get through my day and just grounded myself. And I think that's how I've been able to overcome a lot of stressful events.
Okay, thank you.
Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
good. How's it going?
Good, good, thank you. Do you believe a title holder has a responsibility to be active on social media? Why or why not?
Absolutely. I think social media is how we connect with people all over the world, and it's given us such a huge platform to connect with everyone in the most remote parts of the world. So I think by sharing your story on social media, you can inspire more people than you don't have to travel to get to meet people. You just tell your story on social media and people can be influenced by you that way.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Miss Grant Georgia, thank you for your time. Pleasure having you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. It
Thank
was lovely.
you.
Have a good one.
You do
You
too.
too.
Hello, judges. My name is Alicia Ontiveros, and I am your Miss Grand Hawaii.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Grant.
morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? You're busy today. You get to see all the beautiful faces of all the girls.
Let's start off with this question. Ease it up a little bit. What's the most important thing to pack for representing your country internationally?
I think it's not something that you can pack, but it's something that you can always have with you. It's going to be a grateful heart, because I don't think we can represent our country without thinking of the people that is behind us. And that is a big foundation form of how we get to where we are. I know that I'm very blessed in my life, and I have so many people that are just giving me all their great energy. So that is something that I would pack, not necessarily in my luggage, but in my heart.
Thank you.
If time and money were no object, what would you pursue tomorrow?
My platform is mental health awareness, and I have a side branch off of that that is called Behind the Athlete. I played softball my whole life. I struggled with anxiety and depression. And I think now that suicide is a big thing within college athletes, college athletics, even going down to high school and elementary school, we put so much pressure on ourselves. And I think just being able to show them that they have the tools that they can deal with their emotions. So time and money wasn't an object. I would definitely give my program across colleges, high schools, elementary schools, just to talk to those students, give them tools, have seminars, bring in athletes who are in Major League, NFL, just so that they can share their struggles, and that the kids that are growing up to hopefully reach those goals know that they're not alone.
Thank you.
Hi, Miss Grand Hawaii. How would you define a great leader?
A great leader to me is leading with authenticity, leading with wanting to hear people out, because you can be a leader all day, but if you're not listening to those people that are giving you suggestions, giving you support, then you can't be a leader in yourself. Because to be a leader is also you have to show who you are, but also hear others out. So I think that's really important.
Thank you.
Miss Grand Hawaii, with your participation in mental health awareness, and along with being a college athlete, how would you manage your personal and professional responsibilities alongside with your pageant duties?
Yes, so I balance a full-time job now, like I know a lot of the women do. So balancing a full-time job, balancing my organization. I have an organization called Unapologetically Me, where I get to pour my heart out to and show those athletes and even people day to day that they have that support, that they're not alone, they're worthy. Every room they walk into, they belong there. I know self-doubt sometimes get to us, but we just have to speak positively and I do this thing on Instagram. It is called Mental Health Mondays, where I share an inspirational quote, and I'll say, Happy Mental Health Monday. Let's make this week better than the last, because every little step it's progress to bettering yourself and bettering your week. So,
Thank you, Ms.
right,
Grant
thank
Hawaii.
you.
We
That's
appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time. Enjoy the
you.
rest of your day.
thank you.
Thanks.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Ms. Illinois. Your question is, how do you balance being assertive with being approachable?
Okay, well, I balance it by ensuring whatever I'm working with, speaking to, or even a part of, that I have a level of compassion and understanding. With my album that I released last year, Favor, it's a Christian pop album, and it has, it has some voguing in it, Darling for Christ. I worked with many different teams, and there were difficult times where I did have to communicate some things and have difficult conversations. And there were times where my schedule was jam-packed, things were pretty impossible. But I understood that there was a deadline. I understood my qualities or skill sets that I had. And I emphasized those and I communicated.
What's the most important thing to pack for representing your country internationally?
What's the most important thing to pack for?
Pack.
Oh my goodness. The most important thing to pack for me would be my Bible. It would be my Bible and lip gloss. My faith is one of the foundations of my life. I've experienced housing instability and homelessness, and I can't say without my faith I would have gone through that and be standing here before you or sitting here before you today as Miss Glenda and Light. So that's one thing that I would pack. Because when you're in a space like this with high pressure and just so much going on, you need something that grounds you, something that you understand, something that's real.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Illinois, you have so many experiences, so much on your plate. How would you use social media and your online presence to kind of inspire others?
I would just share my life. I will honestly share my life in ways, artistic, fun ways that I enjoy seeing, that I know the public will enjoy seeing. I love how Grand MGI allows you to be yourself and be creative. So when I do have, or when we do have sponsors and to showcase how fabulous the products are, I do a whole little campaign. I do a whole little magical world, and and I display that, and people gravitate towards that. They engage with it. They love it as much as I do.
Okay, Miss Grand Illinois, if you can be the winner of Miss Grand USA, what you gonna bring to represent to the international stage?
I'm going to bring the personification of what hope looks like and just hold on to a little bit of it. Everyone has or had experienced difficult times in their lives, and I surely have my fair share. But I understood during those times when I just held on to that little bit, I got through anything. It blossomed into so many opportunities and discipline and just moments I wouldn't trade for the world. So that's what I would bring to this the international stage.
Thank you, Ms. Grand Illinois. I appreciate your time. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Enjoy your stay.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, all. I am Victoria Oluwakatomi, your Miss Grand Indiana. I'm 25 years old. Something a little bit about me. I'm a logistics specialist in the United States Navy, and a part of my initiative is a scholarship foundation that I started with my family called Oluwakatomi's Promise in honor of the legacy of my grandmother. So,
Thank you. How would you define a great leader?
to me, a great leader, I think back to the things that I learned in the military. A great leader is very honorable in everything that they do. They're highly committed to whatever goal that they put their mind to, and honestly, they're dedicated. So,
Thank you.
Um, what's your go-to strategy for keeping balance during a hectic schedule?
okay, so if you guys know a little bit about me, my life is really insane. I'm a model, full-time student, woman in the military, and I'm competing in Miss Grand USA. So something that I like to do, honestly, to ground myself is to just have like a little planner. It's kind of old-fashioned, but I love to write in it just to keep track of what I'm doing. I even have like cute little stickers. So that's something that kind of like hypes me up for what I have to do for the day.
How do you inspire others to follow your vision?
So for me, what inspired me to follow my vision is seeing women like me, like in the spaces that I wanted to be. Representation is very important. And I feel like as long as you show up as your authentic self, like people will see that and just honestly be inspired.
Thank you.
Do you believe the title holder has responsibility to be active on social media? Why or why not? And how do you connect that to all the different things that you have going on?
100%, because Grand is all about nowadays business and social media. That's how you get the vision out there. For a business, in order to be able to go further, it needs to grow. So tapping into social media, YouTube, Instagram Reels, TikTok, there's even something called Xiao Jinping that they use over in China. Like using things like that to get your message, whatever it is, whether it's a product, your scholarship foundation, or just talking about the Grand brand is very important.
Hi, Victoria. I remember you now. And my question is, what bring you come back to Miss Grand USA?
That's a very good question. So I competed in Miss Grand USA 2 years ago. Honestly, walking in, I had no idea what I was doing. Honestly, it was kind of like a roller coaster of a mess. But through that, Grand allowed me to grow as a woman. So seeing the new directorship and seeing what they brought last year, just honestly, just being backstage as a volunteer, being in the audience, I'm like, this is something that I honestly want to be a part of. Whether you win or not, you gain something from that experience that's highly valuable. So that's what brought me back.
Thank you, Miss
Okay.
Grand.
Thank
Again, we
you.
appreciate your
Thank
time.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Buenos dias. Hello, judges. Nice to meet
Hello.
y'all.
Good
Welcome.
morning.
Morning.
Good morning. My name is Francie Milan, and I'm Miss Grand Louisiana.
Okay, Miss Grand Louisiana, I love the green.
Why, thank you.
Yes, green is a color for war,
It's a
according
color-
to the medieval and in ancient times. So I see that you brought it today.
Absolutely, it keeps me grounded.
Okay, Miss
Green to me is
Louisiana.
a color of elegance. Green reflects positivity. It reflects more than anything, strength. So I was like, you know what, today I want to be clothed in strength.
And you are. I have a question. If you can make one lasting impact on your community, what would it be?
I will actively continue what I'm doing right now. So I proudly am the founder of the Francie Milan Scholarship. It is established in 3 different countries. In Togo, Africa, we started with an orphanage. Then we moved on to Bangkok, Thailand, which 3 weeks ago I was actually in Bangkok and I got to see firsthand the impacts of the Francie Milan Scholarship. And lastly, in Bogota, Colombia, I was able to visit a school called Semillitas of Esperanza, Seeds of Hope. And we were able to make impact through being able to sustain financial stability for these children to study. We've also been able to cover hospital care, especially for the children in Togo. But the most important thing has been meals. It's crazy to think how blessed and lucky we are. Every day we can wake up, we can open the fridge, and we have accessibility to meals. Most of these kids don't have accessibility to that. That is exactly why I also went on to write my children's book inspired by my rescue Frenchie, Simone, called Simone and Gambano. Thanks to my book, we've been able to generate sales to cover the expenses of the France Milan Scholarship and the lasting impact that I hope to create, especially as Miss Grand USA or hopefully Miss Grand International, is continue to grow these scholarships internationally.
Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, that's a lot.
I'm a speaker.
And
The
I
first-
love the green as well.
Oh, thank you. The first
No,
thing
you
my dad-
naturally are, and I
Oh,
like that.
Thank you. My dad said, don't talk too much. I'm like, oops, I think I'm doing that.
There you go. I talked even alone in my house, so I understand you. What sacrifices are you willing to make for your role as a title holder?
I think I will look on the strength of my family. I'm an immigrant. I saw my family get up and move. My family immigrated from Uruguay. I can proudly say I'm a first-generation American. I'm wearing a pin inspired in my grandmother, and the strength of a hummingbird always represents good news and a reminder of the people that are coming by to say hello. So having her in my heart. But returning to the question, the reason I say it is because if my family could get up and move and sacrifice their stability, I can gain upon their strength to sacrifice anything that I need to make the United States proud, be a title holder that's going to leave a legacy behind, be a title holder that's going to grow the organization, but more than anything, be a title holder that's truly going to create an impact nationally as well as internationally.
Okay.
Miss Francie Milan, Miss Grand Louisiana, welcome.
Why, thank you.
What would be your first post after winning this crown?
So my brother, everything in pageantry began with my brother. My brother's my makeup and hairstylist. I love to say he was the first judge that believed in me and the first judge that crowned me. We went from playing pageants with curtains, and I got paid phone time and snacks. And now we're making those dreams come true. My first post would
Love
definitely be hugging him, thanking him, hugging my mother, thanking
Thank you
her.
so much. Thank you for your time.
Oh, wait,
We
thank you.
appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I
Enjoy
hope
the
you guys-
rest of your time here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys? My name's Tegan Vaj. I'm Miss Grand Maryland 2026. I'm so excited to be here today.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Would love to know more about if you could make one lasting impact on your community, what would that be?
Well, with my platform, Mind Over Violence Empowerment, it's all about really teaching children and the younger generation to stop and think before they react. We actually have the power to stop, find a different reaction before we lead into violence. And that's something that I promote to the younger generation.
Hi, Miss Grand Maryland. I think you know about the 4B,
Yes.
about
the-
Miss
yes,
Grand, right? And one thing is like business.
is business.
Yes. And my question is, how would you use your business skill to generate the revenue and grow together with Miss Grand?
Well, with the Miss Grand organization, it aligns perfectly, like I said, and I would use that to promote it on social media, flyers. I want to go all over the states and bring my Move initiative to schools, to community organizations, and also to foster care programs as well.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Miss Grand Maryland, good morning.
Good morning.
What is the most important thing to pack for representing your country internationally?
I would say my leadership, my ability to choose always humanity over ego, and a good leader always knows that's not about the power, but it's about the responsibility of that title.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Besides pageant and your platform and all that includes being a beauty queen,
Yes.
who are you?
Well, I'm a lifelong dancer. I am also an animal lover. Animals are definitely my number one favorite. I love them, but I also love reading. I love walking, exercising, taking care of my mind, because when I take care of my mind, that helps to take care of my body as well. It makes me feel mentally okay inside, and that's something that I've had to learn, and I think we've all had to learn that through the road. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Miss Grand Maryland,
Yes.
if traveling to a country with a language barrier, how would you communicate effectively?
Well, I would definitely use hand motions. I would try to maneuver exactly how Google Translate, any way to translate and to talk to people in other countries. Thank you.
What would be your first post after winning the crown?
I would say this starts now. The leadership, everything starts now. It starts here. It starts when I'm on stage. Now I'm starting to empower other women, to empower everyone around the world, and to use my Miss Grand platform to get around and use that to also go around with my Move initiative.
Excellent. Thank you, Ms. Grand Marilyn.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you.
Thank you guys so much.
Enjoy the
Appreciate
rest
it.
of your stay.
Thank you. You as well.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Have a little something. By no means is this a bribe, which is from me to you guys.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
This is and for you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. I'm very excited and a little bit nervous, but you all seem like very friendly.
Okay, Miss Grand Massachusetts. Hello. Yep. Okay, my question is, if you can be the winner of Miss Grand USA, what you gonna bring it with you to represent USA and on international stage?
I feel that Brand USA is not just looking for another woman who looks confident, but someone who really carries resiliency and can speak in difficult conversations with compassion and conviction. I've grown up across cultures, and I've dealt with a lot of adversity growing up, including being in foster care, but I never allowed that to define me. I use that to develop me. And I think Brand USA needs someone that has that resilience, that knows other cultures, that really believes in cultures coming together for a purpose. So if I had the honor of having this title, I would give it my 110%. And I would make sure everything I do represents the USA proudly.
Thank you.
Miss Grand of Massachusetts. Describe a stressful situation you faced and how you overcame it.
Oh man, this situation in itself is really stressful for me, but I've overcome it by really leaning into my support system. Growing up with a lot of adversity, my biggest weakness was wanting to always be independent. But now maturing, I realize that you have to allow people to help. You have to allow people to motivate you. And so this interview stressed me out so much, but I have my people around me and I allow them to give me feedback. I allow them to encourage me. And I also pour into the other delegates and my sister queens, because I feel like when you make it so that you're not completely alone in a situation, it feels a lot easier, you know? So being able to share and allowing others to be there for you is how I dealt with this stressful situation.
Thank you.
Real cool, real cool. So
Thanks, I can relax now.
and there you go. What is your one personal goal that you hope to achieve within the next 5 years? Why it's so important to you?
Great question. So Miss Grand USA, Miss Grand International is a big personal goal of mine. I don't just want to attend events, but I want to really build partnerships with businesses for this industry. I want to incorporate some of my UN work and advocacy and policy making, because I think policy is really important, but it's not all about policy, it's also about people. And that's where also I want to use my psychology background to connect all of that in the pageant industry, because I really think brand specifically is a movement and I want to be a part of it. It's my goal to utilize this platform in all areas of my life. So I would say
in the next 5 years, I'd like to look back and just think, wow, I did more than I could have ever imagined, and I did more than someone would have thought a beauty queen could ever accomplish.
Miss Grand, Massachusetts, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys so
Pleasure
much.
having you.
Thank you. So
Thank you
nice
so
meeting you
much.
all. Enjoy the competition.
Thank you.
Something I love to tell people is I am an aspiring attorney. Not only am I a model, but I love to tell people that I'm your real life Ella Woods. You see, after my sister's passing due to gun violence, it actually fueled my compassion for my advocacy upon youth violence. After that, I discovered something very important and essential that I use day to day every day, and that is to live for those who are no longer here physically. And that's a little bit about myself.
Miss Grand, Michigan, welcome.
Thank you.
If you could make one lasting impact on your community, what would it be?
If I could create one lasting impact on my community, it would be that perseverance comes after discipline. Pain is temporary, and you can truly achieve anything it is that you desire through that persistence.
Nice to see you back again this year.
Thank you.
I love that you are an aspiring attorney and that there's such a strong connection there. How would you manage your personal and professional responsibilities alongside pageant duties?
Absolutely. So I've already created a very strict agenda. I believe it's important to keep everything organized, as well as your thoughts. I try to think as taking everything as an essay. So I have to make sure my resources are correct and organized. That way that when I execute the assignment, it's done successfully.
I'm Miss Grand Michigan. My question is, how would you define a great leader?
A great leader, I believe, can be defined by someone's personal meaning in life. In my opinion, it's through living for those that are no longer here. And that is through doing things that you would never think you would do. Taking that leap of faith, believing in yourself, and making sure that you do so consistently.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, Michigan. How do you balance being assertive with being approachable?
I believe that it's important to remind others that you are just as human as a person in front of you. It's important to show that you have boundaries, self-respect, while inviting others to share your story with them. And the way I do that is by sharing my personal life, by showing people that I am human and I can make mistakes. But after my mistakes, I can also be successful.
Thank you.
Do you believe a title holder has the responsibility to be active on social media? Why is that? Why or why not?
I believe that they do, because nowadays, this generation is actually more into social media than any other, and it has such a grand impact. And because of that impact, I believe that we have the opportunity to make a great initiative by influencing others.
Thank you, Miss Grand, Michigan. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy the rest of your stay.
You as well.
Good morning, judges.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ray. How are you? How's everybody doing this morning?
Good.
Good.
Miss
My name is
Grand,
Shelby Burns, and I'm with Grand Nevada.
welcome.
Thank you.
How do your personal ambitions align with the mission of this pageant?
How do my personal mission align with Well, if you know me, you know that I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businesswoman. I started my first business when I was 24 years old, currently 28. I own a talent management here in Las Vegas called Met Management. I represent 137 models. I also have 15 photographers and videographers under my belt. And I also have another company called Constant Crowd. And I use my Instagram platform to educate women, inspire them, and be a motivational speaker. I kind of want to be like Tony Robbins or Les Brown.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. How does it feel representing your state with the pageant in your state?
It feels unreal. As a little girl, I'd always go to all the pageants and see the girls be on stage representing Nevada. And I said, oh, Lord Jesus, I want to be Miss Nevada one day. And I never thought I'd have the opportunity. So it feels unreal. Like, I can't believe I'm here in front of you guys giving me the opportunity to potentially be Miss Grand USA.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Miss Grand Nevada. My question is, what is the word Miss Grand mean to you?
What does Miss Grand mean to me? It means everything. It's a platform. It gives you a voice. It allows you to speak to the nations. My biggest goal in life is to leave impact and purpose. I know that when you walk into a room, the most powerful tool you have is your voice. The way you speak, how you carry yourself can literally shift the atmosphere. And to me, that's the most important thing, is just impacting people, changing their perspective. So that's what Miss Grand means to me.
Thank you.
Miss Grand Nevada, what is one personal goal you hope to achieve in the next 5 years, and why is it important to you?
Absolutely. In the next 5 years, I hope to have my first brick and mortar. I want to host classes for girls where I can just educate them how to walk, how to carry themselves, how to dress, how to have confidence and poise, and be the best woman that they can be. It's going to be a faith-based company. I've already started this about a year ago now, and I just want to continue growing it.
Thank you.
Ms. Nevada, describe a stressful situation that you have faced and how you overcome it.
In a stressful situation, I'll say this: my day-to-day is very stressful. I work 3 different jobs. I have 2 companies. I'm also an independent contractor for Biohacking Self Media. I'm their on-TV personality. I went to the south of France for the world premiere of Shield, and they gave me 2 days before the event. I needed to memorize 200 doctors, biological dentists, and when I got there, it was show up and speak and just educate them and also interview them. Has anybody seen Devil Wears Prada? You know, the girl that walks in, she goes, oh, that's Dr. Phillip, that's Dr. This. That was me. I was that girl, while also filming the content, while editing the videos, while trying to meet deadlines. We were working 14-hour days. It was so much fun. A lot of endurance, a lot of adrenaline. I think we were going off of like 4 hours of sleep. But we did it. We met the expectation, and I was just really happy to be a part of that company.
What sacrifices are you willing to? Thank you, Ms. Nevada.
Thank
We
you so
appreciate your
much.
time.
Appreciate you guys.
Enjoy
Hope you
the
have a
rest of
blessed
your
day.
stay.
Thank you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Jackie Pineda. I'm representing New Jersey.
Miss Grand, New Jersey, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure to have you. What is one personal goal you hope to achieve in the next 5 years, and why is it important to you?
In the next 5 years, my mission is to continue my platform, Empower Survivors, which I founded in 2022. It's on domestic violence awareness and how I want to educate and help spread the message on prevention. And the next 5 years, what I want to do is more talks, especially like if I were given the opportunity of being the next Miss Grand USA, going state to state and doing more of those missions, spreading the message, and making sure that the more communities, more societies are aware.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
As a Jersey girl, fellow Jersey girl,
Oh, love that.
how would you use your online presence to create a positive influence and tell your story?
Of course. So that's actually something that I'm doing now, and I've actually always have been. And especially during the pageant right now, on a day-to-day basis, I'm not afraid to show what I'm doing. I'm a normal person, so is everyone else. I believe we're all equal, so I can show when I'm getting ready, or something may have just happened, or I'm getting prepared for my next activity having to do with my movement, my donation drive. I will do everything and I'll post it. I always like to post positive things. There are going to be obstacles in life,
that's what happens. But I feel like we can't just look at the negative. Like we have to look at the bright side. We have to look at those negatives as a learning lesson, and that's what I try to apply as well while I'm posting. And I feel like that's something that influences the next generation to do the same. Thank you.
Hi, Miss Grand New Jersey.
Hi.
My question is, if you can be the winner of Miss Grand USA, what you gonna bring it with you to represent USA in the on the international stage?
Something that I would bring to the international stage is my personality. I feel like everyone's different in their own way, and that's what makes us unique. But I think my personality, if I'm going to be talking about myself, I like to be bright and bubbly and also share my story. Everyone's story is different, like I was saying, regarding personality. And I also feel like my story really can change and impact lives. And I think that's something that my personality also resonates with. And that's something that I really want to show to the world internationally.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Grand Jersey. Who or what has inspired your path today?
What has inspired me is my story, my experience. At a very young age, I went through sexual assault, and I had a really tough time like finding that guidance, that way to see which way to go, someone to talk to. So something that I have learned over the years, I got into modeling, and it was something that really helped me with my confidence. My coach, my mom are really a great support system for me. And so regarding my story when I was a young age, now I'm able to say that I can help and spread the word to other young women, which I have been doing ever since I founded the movement, and I'm able to speak about it now because it is a taboo topic that a lot of people find really tough to talk about.
Thank you, Ms. Grand
And
Jersey. We appreciate your time.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Hello, hello.
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 My name is Alma Gonzalez, and I'm representing the land of enchantment, New Mexico.
Hello.
Hello.
It's mine, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mexico.
Thank you so much.
If you're traveling to a country with a language barrier, how will you communicate effectively?
Well, the first thing about me is that I like to do research before I visit somewhere. I really try to get to know the culture, the people, the traditions, and of course the language. I mean, I'm somebody that suffered with learning a new language when I first immigrated to the United States, and it was tough for me, especially learning a new education system and new traditions. But I think the beauty of learning a new language is being vulnerable enough to say, you know, this is where I am, but being excited to learn something new.
Miss Grand, New Mexico, welcome.
Thank you so much.
What would your first post be after winning this crown?
Definitely thanking my team. I have an incredible team behind me. My directors, they supported me from the start. Last year, I had an interesting story where I placed second runner-up at Miss Grand Texas, and then 2 weeks after nationals, I was named Miss Grand Texas. And so they've believed in me since then, and they gave me the opportunity to sit here today. And then my family, my parents, I was so blessed to have such an incredible team of parents that support my dream, and of course my partner. All my content that you see on social media, it's because of him. And I think that's the beauty of having an amazing team, that we all have different personalities, but we're all contributing to the same goal, same dream, same vision. And I'll definitely be celebrating with them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Who or what has inspired the path that you're on today? I know you talk a little bit about your team and whatnot, but are there others as well?
Yes, there's one person in particular. When I was 21 years old, I got the mission to donate a wheelchair to a man named Don Jorge. And he actually suffered an accident where he lost both his legs. And 2 weeks later, his son was diagnosed with autism. He lived in a home where you can see the sky and the roof. There was no running water, no escape. And I was 21. It was a reality check for me that I'm so blessed that there's people that have it harder than me. And from then, I wanted to make sure that every time I'm volunteering, I'm doing it with intention, that I'm getting to know the people that I'm serving. It's not about taking content. It's about getting to know the people. And as Miss Grand New Mexico, I've got him to do that. And I carry him in my heart. He unfortunately passed away. But he's with me today, and I hope that he knew that he inspired me to continue my purpose in life and serving and knowing the true meaning of being selfless.
Okay, Miss Grand New Mexico, you have like people around you like inspire you for like your life or okay.
Miss Grand New Mexico, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your stay. Pleasure
you.
having you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Miss Grand New York. Okay, do you have any like beauty queen like international pageant that inspire you to
Absolutely. I would say Miss Grand All Stars first runner-up Faith representing Ghana is definitely an inspiration for me. She was also Miss DC USA, and I think that it's amazing that she went all the way to the international competition and she did so well. She was definitely an inspiration for me.
Thank you.
Miss Grand New York, what sacrifices are you willing to make for your role as a title holder?
That's a great question. So story time. Yesterday, my flights were canceled 3 times before I got here. I'm also broke a nail. And so I think I have the qualities of just ambition, grit, dedication that cannot be taught. It's something that is inherently in me. And I believe that's why I'm standing here today instead of still at home after those 3 flights that were canceled, because my family calls me Miss Make It Happen, because when I want something and I want the opportunity, I'm going to make it happen for myself, and that's why I'm here today.
I love it.
I got 2, but let me choose one for you.
Mhm.
How will you define a great leader?
A great leader, I think that's absolutely transparency and authenticity. I grew up with debilitating social anxiety. I'm a survivor of social anxiety and depression, and I'm very transparent on my social media about my struggles because I want girls to look at me and say, if she can do it, I can do it too. I don't have to be perfect.
What's the most important thing to pack for representing your country internationally?
That's a great question. I would say I'm a certified makeup artist, so I do my own hair and makeup for all my events. So I would say my makeup kit is the most important because I'm in charge of myself, of my own glam.
Very nice.
As a New Yorker, I definitely know there's a lot going on and a lot of things to manage. What's your go-to strategy for keeping balance during a hectic schedule?
That's a great question because I'm also a SAG-AFTRA actress as well as being a certified makeup artist. I've also worked with my city's conservancy to replant our 4,000 missing trees. So I do have a busy schedule. And I think self-care is really important because, as I mentioned before, I grew up with debilitating social anxiety and depression, and you can really get stuck in that. So you have to have a good self-care routine to make sure that you're okay.
So this will be on.
I already asked.
I already asked as well. Well, you look very nice. I
Thank you.
Ms. Grand New York, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
Pleasure
so much
having
for
you.
having
Enjoy
me.
the
I
rest
love
of your
speaking
time.
with you. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Good
My
morning.
name is Sakina Nguyen, and I am your Miss Grand North Carolina.
Welcome.
Hi, Miss Grand North Carolina. And my question is, what is the word Miss Grand mean to you?
Miss Grand, the word Miss Grand, what means to me is a woman who embarks very empowering stance. Not only just how she poses or how she looks, but how she speaks and how she gives poise to the world, how she gives her message, whatever her message may be. That's what Miss Grant is to me.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, North Carolina. If time and money were no object, what will you pursue tomorrow?
What would I pursue tomorrow? Thank you so much for that question. What I would pursue tomorrow is just to live the day as it is, no matter what the future may be, whatever the present may hold. I would just live my life to the fullest, because you never know what will happen in the future. And whatever happens now, make the best of it, and maybe it might change not only myself, but it will change my surroundings.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
My question for you is, how do your personal ambitions align with the mission of this pageant?
That's a really good question. Thank you. Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, sure. How do your personal ambitions align with the mission of this pageant?
My personal ambitions is being able to take care of the current children, starting from like neonatal, since pregnancy, up until they grow up, because my belief is that the little children and infants and kids, they're growing up to be our future. We're all going to grow old one day, and like I said, we never know what's going to happen in the future. And whatever happens to us, we need to help the kids first, as they're going to help us. And if we don't help them, then how are they going to help us in the future? So that's the question that I would like to lead to my future. That's the end goal of my days.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, North Carolina, what sacrifices are you willing to make for your role as a title holder?
So another good question, thank you. And a sacrifice that I'm willing to make is putting myself out there. I'm already putting myself out there, right? And it's a big risk, it's a big challenge. I have to be careful what I say and what I do. But if my goals is what my goals are, I'm more than willing to take that risk of receiving the potential rude comments, all that negativity put on me, and still standing my ground.
Thank you.
How do you connect with your community today, and how will that evolve if you win the title?
How I connect with my community today is I try my best to relate to them in some form of way, and even if I can't relate to them, I try to give a very open or like welcome environment so they feel like they're included.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
very
Miss North Carolina.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure having you. Enjoy your stay.
That's what I can answer. That's what I can answer. It's an Ivana.
Good to see you.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Francis Malpica and I represent the Harbor Hall, Ohio.
I Miss Grand, Ohio. Okay, my question is, if you can be the winner of Miss Grand USA this year, what you gonna bring it with you to represent USA in the international stage?
Yeah, of course. As a person that has immigrated to this country, I think I'm that bridge between cultures. I speak Spanish, I speak English, and I think being able to connect with every single one of the communities is the biggest thing a title holder can have. I think personally, being able to speak to people in Spanish and represent that Venezuelan culture, but also just embracing that I'm also American, and the United States has brought so many opportunities to me. I think that's the best thing that I can do. And as a title holder, I just want to be that bridge that people from anywhere in the world can see who I am and that they can just get there where I'm at too.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, Ohio, you are definitely giving me showgirl glam. I love it.
Thank you.
How do you maintain composure when everything seems to be going wrong?
You just gotta take a breath. Life keeps happening. Things are gonna happen, and I think we just get so caught up in the moment of everything is going bad. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen to me? But we're also human, so things bad are gonna happen. What I personally do is just embrace that good things are coming next. You know, when you are in the rock bottom, on the floor, what's coming next? Up. So let's just stand up, you know? And I think that happens to me as an immigrant. I moved, didn't know the language, didn't know anything about this country, and I'm standing here in front of you guys, being confident, being able to see you guys smile. So whenever you're down, you're just gonna go up.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Grand Ohio, what leadership quality do you think is the most overlooked in women today?
I would say emotional intelligence. I think people say that women are weak because we're emotional. That's not a weakness. I think that makes a great leader. I think that's the best ability and capability a leader can have. If you're not emotional, if you're not intelligent emotionally, then you're not able to connect to people. And why would I want to follow someone that's not connected emotionally? So it's not a weakness. We're not weak. They said that men are rational. Yes, you guys are rational, but we're also emotional. And I think that's great. I love to be emotional. I cry for everything, and I will still cry. I don't care. It's just great.
Okay.
Miss Grand Ohio, welcome.
Thank you.
Who or what has inspired the path you're on today?
I would say my mom. She immigrated, you know, she decided to make this decision for me. She told me that I was going to Disney before she made the decision. I was just 17-year-old. She knew that I was not coming with her if she didn't tell me, like if she was telling me the truth, right? So I moved to her. She never took me to Disney actually, which I'm still really upset about it. But she made that path for me. She taught me the word resilience before I even know what was it, you know? And I think she is the biggest role model for me. And that's the person that I look up for.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Pleasure having you.
It was great to meet you guys.
Thank you so much.
Morning.
Good
morning.
Daniel.
Nice to meet you. What is a personal goal that you hope to achieve in the next 5 years, and kind of what are you doing today to work towards that?
My personal goal is that I would like to help open and operationalize 10 more alternative education schools across the United States. I was instrumental in opening 15 brand new schools in the state of Virginia that gives children access to college and career pathways at no cost. And that was able to help thousands of children. So I would like to do that across America and other states.
Thank you.
Hi, Miss Grand Oregon. My question is, how would you define a great leader?
I think a great leader is someone who cares powerfully about their people, but leads directly, is able to be honest with their people, to tell them when they need feedback, to tell them when they're doing something great, but also to giving them the runway to be themselves and to help them achieve their goals.
Thank you.
Hey, Miss Grand Oregon, how do you prevent burnout while staying productive?
Absolutely. That's a great question. I think this is a lesson I learned in law school. I think I was absolutely go, go, go the entire time. And yes, I was focused on academics, but when you don't pour into yourself, you can't pour into others. And I think the most impactful people are able to take the power that they have within themselves to help build other people. And so one way I utilize to prevent burnout is exercising, going to the gym, spending time with my loved ones, and also giving back to my community. I'm a girls varsity lacrosse coach for a local high school, and they really, the girls ground me. And so I derive a lot of energy from trying to focus on balancing my own self, but also deriving some from the people who love and support me.
All right. How do you balance being assertive with being approachable?
Yeah, definitely. I think when you're an educated woman, there's this certain stigma that you're here to boss people around and that it's almost like people don't want to hear the things that they need to know to be better. And I think going back to what I was saying about leading directly and caring deeply about your people, I think when you care deeply about others, it gives you the opportunity to be incredibly honest. And so that's how I would balance that, is being honest and letting people know that I care. Because if I lead with care, then they know that, hey, what Sophia is telling me is something that is trying to make me better and to make our organization better.
Ms. Grand Oregon, thank you so much for your time. Pleasure having you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Hi guys.
Hello, good morning.
I am Miss Grand, Rhode Island. My name is Mariah Watkins.
Good morning. Welcome. Okay, what would your first post be after winning the crown?
I think my first post after winning the crown would be something that could share my journey. I think people see the crown, they see how glamorous it is, but maybe not some of the struggles that go into getting it. So I would like to share about my confidence journey, my preparation, all the things that I've done to actually accomplish that thing, so that people can understand that they can also do those things. There's a pathway to that. Thank you.
Nice to see you again. Would love to learn more about how your journey last year inspired your journey this year and where you are today.
My journey last year, I was representing Virginia, now Rhode Island. That was my first pageant ever last year, actually. So now this is my second pageant. My confidence has grown so much, just knowing what to expect, knowing how to prepare, and also sharpening my tools, like as far as being around other queens and seeing how they're preparing and having that community and that sisterhood. You know, we're like lacing up each other's corsets, helping each other pick things even before the pageant. So I think the biggest difference between last year and this year is confidence, and also just using my tools, which are my sisters, my community, my family. Things are so much better now that I have more support. Thank you.
Hi, Miss Grand, Rhode Island. My question is, what is the word Miss Grand mean to you?
Grand is the only choice for me. I love Grand. The brand, not just on stage, but what it does as a company and as a business, from the international level all the way down to the state competitions. It strives for excellence, and it's really revolutionizing the pageant industry in a lot of different ways. We are on stage able to express ourselves in different ways that weren't possible before, but also just continuing to innovate as far as what a pageant girl can be. We're doing so much this year. We're doing state costume this year. We're doing behind the scenes footage this year. So I think Grand is the leader in the industry, and every other pageant system is just kind of trying to catch up. So, you know, people ask me, would you ever do another system? Honestly, no.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, Rhode Island. Describe a stressful situation you faced and how you overcame it.
Thank you, Miss Rhode Island. That's time.
Bell girlfriend.
Pleasure
Thank
having
you
you.
so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
My name is Michaela Mosley, and I'm your Miss Grand South Carolina.
Good morning, Miss Grand South Carolina. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. I have a particular question for you. What is your go-to strategy for keeping balance during a hectic schedule?
My go-to strategy for keeping balance during a hectic schedule is keeping a notebook of everything that I have coming up and keeping those tasks in a planner pretty much or on my calendar. So I get those notifications on my phone and I can kind of stay on task and on schedule throughout my day and stay on point.
Okay.
All right, South Carolina. If traveling to a country with a language barrier, how will you communicate effectively?
Well, today we live in a world with technology and we can use it to our advantage. We have AirPods and phones that can translate for us, and I would use those devices to help me communicate through those language barriers.
Miss Grand, South Carolina, welcome.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you. Who or what has inspired the path you're on today?
There are several women that have inspired my path today, but I would like to say my mom. My mom has had a lot of adversity in terms of being a mother. She was a young mother of a premature child. I came in October, I was due in December. So that is a challenge in itself. But just being able to work through those challenges, I've seen her, from the time that I was a little girl to now as a young lady, just go through, work through, push through, power through. And she's never let any of the adversity sway her. She's always kept a level head, confident, driven, focused, motivated. And all of those things she has instilled into me. So my biggest inspiration is my mother.
Thank you so much.
What are you currently doing to make a lasting impact in your community, and how would this pageant help fuel that forward even more?
Well, right now, my focus is working with the youth in their reading and writing literacy. That is something that's very important and missing in today's society. I see it's kind of lacking. I'm able to work with children in Huntsville City Schools with their sight reading so that they're prepared for their standardized testing in the spring. This allows me to start at the root of the problem so that in a few years when we look back or we look up, they're not struggling to navigate within today's society.
Hi, Miss South Carolina. My question is, how do you inspire others to follow your vision?
I'm sorry, that's time.
Oh.
Thank you, Miss Grand, South
Thank you.
Carolina. Pleasure having you.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, I'm Amanda Bell, Miss Grand, Tennessee.
Hi, Miss Grand, Tennessee. I just have a question for you. If you can be the winner of Miss Grand USA this year, what you gonna bring it with you to represent USA on the international stage?
Yeah, it's really hard because the US is such a melting pot. So there's so many different things to represent, but I would love to illustrate just that, the fabric of the United States. We're a country of immigrants, we're a country of people who are going after their dreams. And so I think something really inspirational, maybe some wings, might illustrate that.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, Tennessee, what leadership quality do you think is most overlooked in women today?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say that asking for raises and more opportunities is a leadership quality that's overlooked in women today. You know, as a woman in business, I'm a project manager for a data analytics team, and it can be hard. It can be intimidating to ask for more, but no one's going to ask for it for you. No one's going to advocate on your behalf. You are your strongest advocate.
How do you balance being assertive with being approachable?
Yeah, that is a hard balance sometimes. And similarly, in my project management role, I have to be strong and firm in my conversations with stakeholders. Sometimes they don't want to hear the answers that I have to tell them, but I pride myself on being a transparent leader. And I think that's really the most important quality in a leader is telling people, the truth.
Miss Grand Tennessee, welcome.
Thank you.
How would you use your online presence, social media, to create a positive influence?
I'm already doing that today. So I'm sharing about my platform, encouraging more women to to consider STEM careers, and also exhibiting my aerial arts. So I practice that as a way to have fitness and discipline. And so I'm sharing about all of that on my social media platforms and encouraging others to get out of their comfort zones and try something new.
Thank you.
I love that. With all that to manage and to balance, especially with pageant duties, how do you manage personal and professional responsibilities and kind of keep it all together?
It's hard. Competing for a pageant is like a full-time job. So I have to be really diligent with my time management, and that's something that I learned through my job. Being very organized is very helpful. I have my calendar rules my life. If it's not on my calendar, it's not getting done. And planning ahead is really helpful as well. So for social media, for this type of thing, throughout my reign, I've had pre-planned content and really thought that out in advance.
Sorry. If I can have another.
Miss Grand Tennessee, thank you for your
Thank
time.
you so much.
Pleasure
Have a
having
good
you.
rest of your day. Bye.
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Natalie Gonzalez from Miss Grand, Texas.
Hi, Miss Grand, Texas. My question is, what is the word Miss Grand mean to you?
To me, I've been getting this question a lot on the stage. I just recently got crowned Miss Grand, Texas, actually a month ago. So everyone's like, what is Grand? What does Grand mean to you? And to me, it's just being your best self, putting yourself out there, being super confident, and just being grand, giving it your all, and being extravagant, confident, and being ultimately yourself.
Thank you.
Miss Grand, Texas, how would you define a great leader?
To me, I feel like a great leader has to be extremely patient, also very resilient, because sometimes not everything goes as planned. There's sometimes that you have to kind of just work on the spot and kind of make some changes. So definitely being patient, being adaptive, and being honestly respectful. I feel like respect goes a long way with dealing with so many people and being that leader, helping others like lead your way.
Thank you.
What is your one personal goal that you hope to achieve within the next 5 years, and why it's so important to you?
I'll definitely start off with a pretty recent goal of mine is to be on the Miss Grand International stage, show up, show out, and represent the United States of America. And from there, honestly, I want to leave a large legacy, impact as many people as I can, and just do what I can, share who I am with the world, and leave my mark in this world.
Natalie Gonzalez, Miss
Yes.
Grand, Texas. Welcome.
Thank you.
What would be your first post after winning the crown?
I would definitely say I would have to post that I got crowned. Of course, I've been getting so much support throughout, my time as Miss Grand Texas, and I want to share, my story and who I am, because I worked so hard for this moment. I got first runner-up at Miss Grand Texas, so it was a moment of reflection, but I came out and I became someone extremely better with a short amount of time that I'm ready to represent the United States. I feel like I'm someone that is extremely adaptive, and I want to make that post of, you can be someone like me. You can be a first generation Mexican American. You can be a realtor, self-employed, and you can do it. If I can do it, you can too.
If you can make a lasting impact on your community, what would it be, and what are you doing to work towards that today?
Definitely. So I've been a part of the Manchester Foundation over the last 2 years. It is, it's a foundation for young children that have been a part of, have dealt with parent addiction and human trafficking. So I've been a part of the British Chase. It's a 5K that we go run at the zoo, and it's bright and early, 5 in the morning, and we go do this run in support of this foundation. And I'll be there again in October, and I was just at the food bank. I feel like there's so many different ways that I can share my light with different causes in this world, and I'm just ready to do that with the entire nation.
Thank you so much, Miss Grand Texas.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
your time.
And I am your Miss Grand Utah.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Morning. Hi, Miss Grand Utah. Who is your beauty queen that inspire you to join about the beauty queen and why?
I would say Miss Universe Fatima Bosch. During her reign, a lot of people criticized her for probably her walk wasn't the best compared to maybe the other contestants. There's also the controversy, after she had won, after the pageant, that there may have been some cheating involved. I think you guys, the judges, you know what you want in your next queen based on the pageant. And I think her journey, and the way that she was able to prove her role after she won the crown, I think she's the inspiration.
Thank you.
Good morning, Miss Grand Utah. I like that color on you. It fits your tone. What's one cultural custom you learned about a country that you hope to visit?
Oh, I think, well, there's so many countries, so many beautiful places out there. I think the dancing, especially in Africa. I'm from Puerto Rico. I was born in Puerto Rico. And they're dancing because, my ancestors, we have the Taino and, African American as well as Spaniards. I think the dancing would be one of the cultural aspects I would love to learn from Africa.
Okay.
That's so good. All right. What leadership quality do you think is the most overlooked in women today?
Their resilience. We go through a lot of things that maybe we don't talk about, out loud to the public, or let's say in our personal lives to our friends, maybe our families. So I think their resilience, the way they can adapt to whatever comes their way, I think that's something that gets overlooked a lot these days.
Can you share an example of a time you demonstrated leadership under pressure?
I think when I was in choir in high school, unfortunately, my dad was hospitalized, and we had what's called MPA, a music performance assessment coming up, and I had my own solo I had to do. I had one with my best friend as well. As a leader, when you have commitments, things that you have to do, it's important that, yes, while things can happen, the commitments that you have to do what you have to do. So I was able to show up for that. I still did my practices and everything, and I stayed strong.
Beautiful.
for
Thank
that.
you, Ms. Grand Utah. Thank you for
you.
your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you.
Have a great rest of your week.
You too.
Nice to meet you. Miss Virginia, what does Miss Grand mean to you?
Miss Graham means to me confidence, empowerment, and the 5 B's.
You said 5B. Okay. All right. Okay. My question is, if you can be Miss the winner of Miss Grand USA this year, what you gonna bring it to you to represent USA on the international stage?
I would bring probably just my confidence and my ability to showcase my personal style and just represent me and represent my state.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Virginia, what are your 5Bs?
Body, brain, beauty, my personal, two other ones, style, and just confidence.
Okay. How would you define a great leader?
Someone who is super confident in themselves, who's poised, someone who's elegant.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Miss Virginia, Miss Grand Virginia, what will your first post be after winning this crown?
If I won, I would first start off with thanking every single person that has supported me this far, and my sponsors and directors.
When faced with multiple deadlines, how do you prioritize?
I would prioritize by setting a schedule and figuring out what content would best suit for me, and then kind of setting like a time and going from there.
Tell us a little bit more about who or what has inspired you on the path that you're on today.
My mom actually has inspired me. Coming from such a small town, I took the risk and chance of moving away and starting my own life, and it's honestly been such a blessing.
Thank you.
Okay. How would you define a great leader?
Great leader, again, empowerment, confidence, and
Okay. All right. That's okay.
That's another one. Okay. Miss Virginia, do you believe a title holder has a responsibility,
I think that's going to be time.
Okay. Thank you,
Grand
Miss
Virginia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure having you.
Mhm. Oh, no, you're fine. I see.
Hello, I'm Miss Fantasia Mason, and I'm Miss Grand West Virginia.
Miss Grand, West Virginia, you know how to make an entrance. I will say that. Miss Grand, West Virginia, when faced with multiple deadlines, how do you prioritize?
So I keep a schedule. I'm a planner kind of person, so I definitely make sure that I have all my things lined up, what needs to be done, what times, with who, locations. So I'm definitely a well-organized person.
Okay.
West Virginia, what is one personal goal that you hope to achieve in the next 5 years, and why it is so important to you?
So I kind of have two. Is that okay?
That's good. That's perfect.
Okay. So I do want to start a coffee shop in my hometown. I live like in the country. So the one reason why I want to start the coffee shop is because me and my family love coffee. So every time we travel, we always make sure that we stop by a local coffee shop just to support them, and as well because we like coffee. So I do want to start one of those just to make it homey and be able to like have everybody in my city to come. And my second one, ooh, I forgot what my second one was because I was that one. Okay, I'll just use that one for right now.
Ms. Grand, West Virginia, welcome.
Thank you.
Describe a stressful situation you faced and how you overcame it.
A stressful situation that I had to face and how I came over it.
I try not to hurt myself in stressful situations. When I do, I try to stay positive. When it's dealing like with a group of people, you know, I definitely like to look at both sides of things and make sure that everybody has a voice in it and make sure that we are choosing the right solution for it. So I just try to stay positive, you know, motivate each other, knowing that everybody have an opinion and things like that.
Wonderful, thank you.
Who or what has inspired you on your path today?
I don't know if I have anybody in particular that have inspired me. I do a lot. I see a lot. I travel a lot. I just think everything, I guess, inspires me. I take the smallest thing from things and just try to apply it towards my life. So.
Okay, Miss Grand West Virginia, what is Miss Grand mean to you?
Miss Grand means to me entertainment. It means showing people that we are more than just beauty, brains, business, body. It means all of those still, but it just means like just what it is, being grand, just being yourself, you know, showing who you are inside and out, and just showing your creativity.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Grand West Virginia, thank you so much for your time. Pleasure to have you. Enjoy your stay.
Pennsylvania, right?
Everyone, my name is Victoria Ng, and I'm your Miss Grand Wisconsin.
Welcome.
Good morning, Victoria. My apologies, Victoria. What cultural custom have you learned around a country, about a country you hope to visit?
I've visited South Korea before, and something that I've learned about their culture is that they're very deferential to elders. That's something that's really important to me too, as a Chinese American, as a person who had immigrant parents. I know a thing or two about integrating into other people's cultures, respecting what they respect. And so eventually, I want to go to South America. And I know a lot of South Americans and a lot of Latinos, they're really about warmth and bringing a lot of energy and fun, and I want to do that. And especially in the grand system, because that's what we're all about, is about being our best selves.
Thank you.
So my question for you, Miss Grand Wisconsin, is what sacrifices are you willing to make for your role as a title holder?
I am currently working for myself. Last year, I was a software engineer. A month after the pageant, because of situations at the workplace, I left the job to focus on myself. Right now, I'm building a book podcast called Book Besties. And I'm also building the app that I pitched last year and won the Grand Pitch for. So what I'm trying to do as your next Miss Grand USA is to invest in the organization, build up the contestants and title holders. And my vision is to start an internship program. Because what the grant system is really all about is connecting sponsors with the organization, with the contestants and title holders, and giving everyone an opportunity to learn. So why not give our contestants and title holders an opportunity to work directly with the businesses who support this organization?
Thank you.
Victoria, Miss Grand Wisconsin, welcome. What would your first post be after winning this crown?
I would show my gratitude. First and foremost, I am someone who believes that I cannot be here without the team, the one and only Grand team, our amazing sponsors, this whole organization. We are a group, and we're putting together this amazing production because we all work together. So I want to show my gratitude. And I want to show it in a creative way. I think walking through what my first day looks like as a vlog is going to also get more people interested. I want to build a pipeline so that we can have more contestants in the future, more sponsors in the future, show them that we put them first.
Between your podcast and building a business and Miss Grand, how does that all translate on social media, and kind of how do you balance it all?
Yeah, so a common question I get is, how do I compartmentalize the different components of me? And I'd say that I have different accounts for my book podcast, for my engineering, and then for my overall vision. But I think all of those three things combined is Miss Grand USA. There's the grand pitch, interview, and overall presentation. That's what I'm bringing to the table.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
A wrap.